Hi, Dead Room Nation. This is Rod and
Karen
from the Black Guy with Tips, and we're just talking with the cast and crew of Dead Room. And today we have Kate Siegel in the house next to me on my left. You guys should already know Karen. And we just wanted to talk to you about, first of all, what is the character you're playing in Dead Room?
I played Jade, the
Jade.
mysterious older sister of Ella with a secret.
Okay, annoying Ella.
Annoying is a bold word.
Okay.
I think Ella is troubled.
Troubled, okay. Yeah, that is a sympathetic way to look at her.
Yeah, she doesn't annoy me so much.
Okay. She's still a teenager though, right?
She's definitely a teenager.
Okay.
She's definitely a handful.
All right, and are you from North Carolina, the area?
No, I'm not. Actually, I grew up outside of Washington, D.C., and I'm living in L.A. right now. And
Okay.
I'm just out here, although I keep coming back out to the South to shoot, and I love it.
Yeah, well, the South is kind of the next big thing with, seems like with so many TV shows and stuff, everything's filming around this area.
Absolutely.
So,
with so many Waffle Houses, how can you say no?
Right, and
That's
where
true.
are you going to find live chickens in a chicken coop if not here?
Oh, man. I don't know. It's become kind of trendy in L.A. to have your own chickens.
Oh, yeah.
You laugh, but it's true.
But those are like cool,
those are like cool chickens.
They're
chickens that,
chickens.
yeah, those
Yeah,
chickens
those are
like
big chickens.
only eat like
And they
fresh
recycle.
corn and
Yeah.
Those
They're
chickens,
vegans.
right? Those chickens are vegans.
Chickens.
Yeah,
They're inside while their owners sleep outside in the coop.
Our chickens here like eat chicken to become
Chicken eat
chickens.
chicken.
Yeah,
You got some zombie cannibal chickens running around.
yeah.
Gotta get me some of that.
Those things are ready to be sold. So Kate, you actually have something coming out called Oculus.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what it is? And...
Oculus is a thriller. It's a really great supernatural movie starring Karen Gillan of Doctor Who and Katie Sackhoff, and it opens on April 11th. I don't know when this is going to air, if it'll be before or after that, but I don't want to give too much away.
Okay.
But it's a movie about a haunted object and the family that is tortured by it.
Is Katie Sackhoff as badass in
More.
real life? Okay.
More badass. This girl rolls up in a motorcycle. She's like, and that's not a joke, it's real. And like she's tough and she's really, really kind, and then like she shines like 1,000 suns. And you're like, I think my daily mantra on set was, I will never be as cool as Katie Sackhoff. This is a truth of my life. But I'm gonna try.
I feel like all her roles have just like a qualifier of like, this has to be badass,
You know how that guy changed, Kate Winslet's husband changed his name to Ned Rock and Roll?
Yes.
She should change her name to Katie Badass.
Yes, and because I already call her that,
Yeah,
so
man.
she should. It's natural at this point. She should just own the domain name and
why
whatnot. So your character of Jade, what kind of person is Jade?
Oh, Jade. Sweet, sweet Jade. Jade made a mistake in her youth that, some people would get therapy for and like deal with and move on. Jade holds on to things and has been feeling really guilty for a really long time. And I think that makes the person a little bit dark, a little sarcastic. Jade doesn't have a lot of friends. Jade doesn't go on a lot of dates. She's single-minded in her goal because she can never forgive herself for what she's done.
This sounds pretty compelling. Is this your first time working with Dexter?
It is my first time working with Dexter.
All right, so what do you think? Because when we first got here, we thought it was pretty weird. What about you?
I think Dexter is the perfect kind of weirdo.
Okay.
The kind of guy who has his own vision and is going to follow that. You don't want to work with somebody who is too normal. Because when you work with someone who's too normal, there's no fire to the script. There's no bold point of view. And with Dexter, he has so many out there thoughts, and he's such an interesting and compelling person, and his scripts reflect that.
Yeah.
Has he ever offered you a piece of pie yet?
No, I've never been offered pie.
Yeah, well, it'll happen sooner or later. It's
Do
only-
you promise, will there be pie? Okay. He says there'll be pie.
There shall be pie.
Great.
I noticed there's pizza pie already, so it's kind of like foreshadowing.
Yeah, right. Okay, good. It's like the Chekhov's gun in Act 1. You get the pie in Act 3.
So what do you like about, California, man?
What's not to like about California? You've got sunshine and beaches. You drive 3 hours north, and you've got snow. My house is there. My husband, my dog.
Were you there for the
Doesn't rain.
earthquake that happened not too long ago?
No. Well, I was there for one. One happened last night.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like a 30-second roller. Like, let me tell you, it's the longest 30 seconds of your life. You're under the table. You're in a doorway. You're like, it's over. I'm gonna die. The earthquake, your body just doesn't like it.
I like that
organically.
your no kind of sound like, dang, like I wish I could experience
do.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You caught
Yeah,
that.
at least you guys do, because here, after the earthquake, everybody went outside and was like, what just happened, what's going on? And people
Right.
over there was like, that's the last thing you do, you don't go
Yeah, don't go
outside.
outside.
We was
Go on
like,
Twitter.
the ground is shaking, what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very, that was the thing, you know, with Twitter and everything, like social media, everything's like global now. So here we were like, oh my God, we just had an earthquake in North Carolina, and everybody was just like, ha ha ha, these guys are scared of an earthquake because I'm from LA and I've had 17 today.
Yeah, right. It's still
So-
scary every time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, if a hurricane came over your way, we would probably laugh at
Oh, yeah.
you guys.
Right, yeah, what would you guys do?
It rained half an inch, and people like planned for weeks. They were like, "We need to get water and food and everything in our house. This is not a joke. This is real."
I'm waiting for you guys to get that good snow so I can just like laugh.
Armageddon snow.
Yeah, it only took an inch to shut down Atlanta. I'm thinking like half an inch, and LA is gonna turn into Escape from LA. People trying to kill each other.
Yeah, totally.
Does Jade box? Because I know you box. So.
Jade does not box.
Okay.
Jade practices Aikido, which is a martial art that basically uses another person's attack against them.
Ah.
And so it's a martial art based entirely in reaction. And I think, you know, people describe Jade as being very violent and being very aggressive, but I actually think Jade never starts the fight. Jade will always finish the fight, but she doesn't want to fight. And that's why this particular martial art, when I talked to Dexter about it, and he agreed, fits Jade. Because this mistake weighs so heavily on her that she doesn't want there to be more violence. She doesn't want there to be more death. But she doesn't ever want to be in the weak position again.
Like Peter Parker?
Like Peter Parker.
Yes.
Yes, with great power comes a great responsibility.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, I learned
exactly right.
Taekwondo when I was in a kid, and after I learned how to like turn a punch into like kicking somebody,
Uh-huh.
I had to stop because I kicked the dude. So there's a lot of discipline that comes with
Yes.
martial arts and restraint that should come with it, or else you get kicked out of the YMCA and now you gotta learn to play
carrying that with
basketball.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I know none of the does. So
Yeah.
I'm good over here.
Front
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
back
Yeah.
down.
Them the only ones I know.
Great.
Well, did you actually do you study martial arts or anything in your personal life?
Well, I was
or?
doing boxing and some kickboxing, and then when Jade came around, I did some research and found Aikido, and it's really changed my life personally. I like it because of what you said, the discipline and the focus, and I respond well to that. And
What?
so-
Do you have any boxing stories you ever I mean, do you,
I've
you
got
get
a
in the
great
ring
Aikido
or?
story. Oh, no, I
Okay.
can't get in the ring. This is my money right here.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, this hot chick is knocking people out. What? Just go to bars and start something.
Oh, I do start things at bars a lot. But I don't really finish those fights. No, my favorite Aikido story is the part of the practice of Aikido is it's practiced basically in silence. And so you bow when you get on the mat, and then the sensei will demonstrate a technique, and then you pair up kind of just like by eye contact. You do it together, and then you sit back down, he demonstrates another technique. And there was one of those days where I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about dessert or something. And by the time I looked up, the only guy left is this guy, Philip, who, this is not a joke either. He's like maybe 6'7". He is a very large Norwegian man.
Wow.
And I am like maybe my 5th or 6th class of Aikido, and this move he is going to this is real. He's going to flip me over and then pick me up and throw me, and I'm going, I'm going to break my arm, and I'm not going to be able to shoot, and I'm not going to be able to do all these things, and my life is over, and what about my future? And he's so careful. He just walks up to me, looks me in the eye, and the next thing I know, I'm like in the air like Peter Pan, and I'm like, I'm flying, and I fell, and I'm just lying there, and I do a quick scan of my body, and I'm like, nothing's broken, nothing is bruised or in pain, and I jump right up, and I was like, again, which is exactly the wrong response.
Right.
I was like, you're having way too much fun here.
It's like synchronized ice skating. It's like, I'm just gonna hold you up. You spun you around a little
It
bit.
was so good. So after that, I would always try to get Philip to pair up with me.
I just picture you now being spun around, and it's like a whole new world.
Yeah.
Gentle giant, that's what he is.
That's
Yes.
giant. It's true.
So also with the boxing thing, that takes a lot of discipline. Do you do all the training associated with boxing too, or you just like go in there and like punch the bag? Because I feel like boxing is probably the best way for people to get in shape. Like you gotta run, you
boxing
gotta weights,
is serious, like fitness, cardiovascular, the jump rope, the moving around. When I was doing, I mean, I've moved over to martial arts and similar things just because I wanted a different body style for Jade. I wanted her to be smoother and more lithe than like a little bit more punchy, you know? And so, but when I was doing boxing training, that is the hardest thing I've ever done. The jump rope, all of that. Oh,
Yeah.
jump rope. It just like, the word makes me anxious.
Does it take a lot to kick those bags, bags? I don't know, what are those bags made of? Just kind of in the middle of the floor, like every boxing move, they like punch them and
They are made of
Rocky
sand.
punched the piece of meat.
Yeah, they're made out of your future disappointment.
Right.
What is awful, and they don't tell you, is that it really hurts. So like
It
you're not
looks like it
kicking them with
does.
your foot, you're kicking it here, and you're bruised, and you're like walking all messed up. It's not cute. Boxing, you're not a cute like at
Yeah.
the end you're cute. At the beginning you're like, ah, ow, everything, this, that, oh, like an old person.
Yeah, that's the part I don't tell you. I remember I tried to play soccer, and I have shin splints, and I got kicked in the shin a bunch, and I was like, why wasn't this in the manual?
Yeah,
Like,
this
I
is
wouldn't
so
even have done this sport.
Uh-huh.
Like, I barely walk afterwards. Like,
It
you guys
hurts.
need to kick the ball. That's when I watch TV, they're kicking the ball. When I play, they're kicking me, and it's not as fun. Not nearly as fun.
That's great.
All right, man. Well, this has been another, what do we call it, small chat with the Dead Room cast and crew. Obviously, I'm Rod. You can follow me on Twitter at Rodimus Prime, or if you want to see me live tweet stuff like Dead Room, you can go to Rod Live Tweets.
And I'm Karen, and you can follow me at Twitter at Say That Again. That is in DAT. And you can also follow the show's Twitter at TBGWT, which stands for The Black Apple Tips.
Kate, do you have Twitter or
I
anything?
do. I'm not a great tweeter, but if you want
Okay.
to like hear me tell stories about my cats and tweet my dear friends, it's the letter K, the number 8, Siegel.
All right,
Is that how
there
you
you
say
go.
it? How would you say it? Like at
Kate,
Siegel?
they know,
What do
guys,
people
get out
kids
there.
these days?
It's SIEGAL.